How's it going, everybody? My name is JT on the Reel, and today we're playing some Call of Duty World War II, just straight up TDM on Carentan. Going to be running with the SG-42, STG-42 rather. So this video is all about something that's a very unpopular opinion, and that is camping in first-person shooter games. Now, personally for me, I think it depends on what game you're playing. For Call of Duty and Battlefield, I personally like to camp, and I'll get into why I like to in a minute here. But first, I wanted to just point out, there's not a whole lot of YouTubers on online that. Oh, and look, I almost got murked there. There's not a whole lot of YouTubers around that actually camp in their gameplay a lot. Most notably is probably Wings Redemption, who was like a super OG COD commentator. Like, we're talking way back in the day, freaking way back in the cinema day, with Wings of Redemption, Woody's Gamertag, White Boy 7th Street, FPS Kyle, stuff like that. These guys have been around since like the World at War, Modern Warfare 2 days. Back when Call of Duty was just getting started, and Wings of Redemption is still to this day probably known as one of the biggest campers. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I really don't. I quite like to camp, and just real quick, just look at this, turn to the left and murked, and then I'm going to go old school Halo style, go ahead and teabag his ass. But I don't think that camping is necessarily a bad thing. There's two reasons why I do it. Number one, because I believe at its core, Call of Duty and other first-person shooter games are games. And games are meant to be played to have fun, first and foremost. You don't have to take everything so damn seriously. It's not a dick. It doesn't have to be hard. So that's just how I have fun. I like to camp around. I like to sit in a corner with an S-mine and blow people away and murk rushers when they come around the corners. That's what I like to do. That's probably the first and foremost reason that I camp. Another is I tend to do better when I camp. I am not very good at this game when it comes to rushing and head-to-head gunfights. 90% of those I will lose, unless I come across a guy at point-blank range and I've got a shotgun and he's got like an assault rifle or something, a semi-auto. Even then, if he's got a PPSH and I've got the friggin' trench gun, I'm going to lose that match. But that's just how it goes. It's just how the game goes. World War II is virtually broken and very, very, very unbalanced. We all know this. We've all known this for a long time. So in this game, I started out rushing, and then I'm getting ready to. I'm going in and starting to clear this house. This is the house. This is what I like to call my house. This is the house that I like to camp in the most, because I like to usually. And look at that. Oh, I was trying to get down there. I probably could have got down before that thing blew up, but I got hung on the rail. But most of the time, I like to camp in this house. I will run the armored division with a LMG, probably usually the MG15 or the MG42. And I will sit on this MG nest right here, looking down, enemy spawn right there. And then if our team force switches spawn, I will go to the other window behind me and look down the other spawn and put a bipod up with another LMG, and just wreck them in their spawn all day long. That's just how I like to play the game. I don't really have much of a defense for it, but that's just how it is. So the way that I see it, camping in stuff when you have like MLG battles and stuff, I think it's 100% fine, because those guys care about their KDs. It might draw the match out a while if everybody's camping, but they care about their KDs. They're playing professionally for money and stuff. I think it's okay, but only okay to a point, I suppose. But camping in a pub, like, dude, the best feeling in the world is when you've camped your ass off and you've gone 20 and 8, and you got everybody in the lobby screaming at you because that camping little bitch wouldn't come out and fight because he was a pussy. Like that's honestly the most satisfying thing, just riling people's feathers. Look at that guy try to kill me with a throwing knife. And then I get murked by the Volstrom Gewehr. I was trying to get this guy here. I'm going to jump on this MG nest, but nobody is going to pop their head back out. But I will get a fucking kill on this MG nest soon. That happens. I never ever use this MG nest, but I knew that they were in that house. So I just eventually said screw it, and I'm going to go rush back in the house and try to clear it out and take my house back, take my land back. But yeah, I found that I have a very, very strong love-hate relationship with this game. I kind of love that I hate it, and I hate it that I love it. Like, that's just the way it goes, I guess. I know how broken it is. I know how unbalanced this game is. World at War was probably one of my favorite Call of Duties, and just the fact that this was World War II based, honestly, that honestly has some bearing on it. I'm pretty biased. I would rather assume play this game, even though it doesn't have a very big collection of maps to start with. I'd rather play this game than like Black Ops 3, and definitely over Infinite Warfare. You wouldn't catch me dead playing Infinite Warfare. Excuse me. Let me put it this way. Oh, look at that Scrambler Pro noob. Look at it this way. Every Call of Duty game since Call of Duty World at War, I have at least got to the max level before being eligible to Prestige. Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered, I think I made it to like level 30, and then I quit on them because they were so bullshit. But anyway, I want to talk a little bit about Scrambler. Scrambler is a curse upon Call of Duty. It was a curse in Modern Warfare 2, and I have no idea why they decided to bring it back in World War 2. I guess to counteract the other perk of it being like, you get the enemy indicator on your minimap, and that's cool. That's cool. And but really, honestly, the only cool thing about the Resistance Division is being able to have a tag knife. That's about it. Look at that. Tried to kill me again with the freaking throwing knife, and I murk him. I just feel like the only thing cool about the Resistance Division is being able to have a tag knife again. So if you want to actually run with tag knives, you can. And I get the glide bomb there. I feel like the Scrambler, even since Modern Warfare 2, is just it's probably the worst perk in the game. Because it gives away your location. For those of you who don't really play COD religiously and don't really remember what Scrambler is the perk that when you're near an enemy, it scrambles their minimap and makes it go like fuzzy and like what white noise would look like on a TV. So A, very unrealistic in a World War II setting, and B, just useless overall, because if I'm playing a game and I notice, hey, my minimap is scrambled, there's an enemy near me that's got Scrambler on, and I'm gonna know exactly where to look. I might not be able to pinpoint his exact location, but I'm gonna know the general vicinity. I know that he's right around me, and I'm gonna go and look for him. I'm gonna fucking kill him. That's why I don't typically run Resistance. The only time you'll ever really catch me running Resistance is if I have an order to get so many kills in Resistance Division. I got through the whole thing once just to get the pistol unlocked, and that's all. But yeah, so there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. If you did, leave me a like and a comment, and if you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.